What's up? It's your boy 90 Star Wars Kid, and we're continuing to farm Jump to Lightspeed booster boxes. This is box 4 of order 1. This is the last box in this order. I've got 8 more boxes on the way across 2 other orders. We have not pulled a showcase yet in 3 boxes. This is number 4. The thing is, because I didn't get sealed cases, there's really no guarantee that we're going to pull any showcases at all. And one thing that I mentioned in my first video is that depending on what the seller of these boxes did, maybe they opened a case, opened a couple boxes, got a showcase, and then said, well, we know there's not another showcase, and then sold the remaining boxes on their own. It's very possible. It's one of the risks that you run when you don't buy sealed cases. But at this price point, sealed cases weren't available. So again, we may just be out of luck on these boxes in terms of showcases, but we're farming planetary bombardments, Darth Vaders, Sabine masterpieces, Victor leaders, the mid to high range value cards to see if we can make a little bit of profit across these boxes. So let's get into box number 4. On the first flip, we do not have a showcase. Let's get through the commons into uncommon, 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 rare cat and mouse, common foil, rare cat, or a cat and mouse is not worth anything. 1, 2, 3, flip, no showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon, 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 Corvus rare, and a legendary profundity. Corvus might go for $1 or $2. Profundity is worth nothing. And it always sucks to use up one of your legendary slots on a legendary that's not worth anything, but it happens. No showcase in this pack. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace into a rare Lightspeed assault and an uncommon foil. Lightspeed assault, I don't believe, is worth anything. Flip, Luke Skywalker, no showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. We have a rare black 1, which might be worth a couple of bucks, $1 to $2. 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase. Get through the commons. And then uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. We have a legendary stolen AT hauler, which I'm a little unsure of its price, maybe anywhere in the $2.50 to $5 range. I have seen it played in some PQ matches. 1, 2, 3, flip. Thrawn, no showcase. Get through some commons, common hyperspace, and then we get into uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace into a rare hotshot maneuver, which I don't think is worth anything. If it is, it's on the low end. 1, 2, 3, flip, wedge, no showcase. Get through the commons, then we have uncommon, 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 a rare Tam Rivora, and a rare foil Seasoned Fleet Admiral. Unfortunately, neither is worth anything, I don't think. One, two, three, flip. We have a hyperspace wedge, but no showcase. And then get through the commons. Uncommon, 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 legendary nebula ignition. We got that, one of those in the second box. I don't think it's worth anything, but I'll need to double check. Maybe it is. And maybe it'll be worth more after rotation. 1, 2, 3, flip. Admiral Akbar, not a showcase. Commons, common hyperspace. Then uncommon, 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 rare Ninub, and a common foil. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Tell me how to pronounce that guy's name. 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase. Then we have uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a legendary, the Starhawk, which is worth nothing. Worth nothing. 1, 2, 3. Flip. Von Reg, not a showcase. Common hyperspace. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. L337 rare, not worth anything. Last pack of the first half. Flip. Darth Vader, wish it was a showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare. It's a trap followed by a common hyperfoil. So a very disappointing first half to a fairly disappointing first order of boxes. The only thing that could really pull out this box is a showcase at this point. That's really the only thing that can bring us back from where we already are in terms of value. Legendary Hondo Onaka, that would be kind of like the opposite of what we were looking for. Another worthless legendary. We now have 5 worthless legendaries, or 4 and one that might be worth a little bit. No, I should be clear. 3 definitely worthless legendaries, 1 that's definitely worth a few bucks, and 1 that may or may not be worth something. All right, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a Colossus to add insult to injury, and a Fetz Fire Spray Spotlight. Okay. Flip, no showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into a rare Ahsoka and a common hyperfoil. Yep, we are pretty dead on this box unless we get a showcase. Not a showcase. Uncommon, 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 a rare IG-88, worth nothing. One, two, three, flip. Lando, not a showcase. Commons. Uncommon, uncommon. Hyperspace, uncommon. Rare Boba Fett, common foil. Whew. Lost some money on this one, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, flip. Not a showcase, just a wedge. Uncommon, uncommon. We have a Spotlight Hyperspace. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the set, most likely, but I don't think it's worth much of anything. A rare General Draven and a common foil. 1, 2, 3, flip. We have a Hyperspace Rio Durant, but not a showcase. I'm okay with that one not being a showcase because that would be a very disappointing showcase. Rio Durant, one of both kind of an ugly character and an unplayable leader. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Okay, there we go. Legendary Darth Vader. I mean, it's far too late to not lose money on the box, but Legendary Vader is one of the best we could do. And that now puts us at 6 legendaries. That's almost certainly the most we're going to get unless we pull one in a foil slot, which almost never happens. Flip, Rio again. Get through these commons. Then we have uncommon, 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 rare, no glory, only results. This is actually a good one. I think this is a rare that goes for like $8. So this one plus Vader, I think, is probably about 20. So we're looking at maybe $25 right now in value. It's about a little less than half the cost of the box. Flip, that's a Vader, not a showcase. Would have loved for that Vader to be a showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Nice, there we go. Sabine's Masterpiece, that just upped us by about another $8. So now we're into the 30s. We only have 3 packs left. I don't really see how we can... It's very unlikely to pull anything else good here, but those were a couple of good pulls. Uh-oh. Pack wrappers are flying. Flip. Thrawn, not a showcase. Common hyperspace. And then uncommon, 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 rare base, of course. So that brings us back down to earth. Had a Vader, had a Sabine's Masterpiece, and then a rare base. Not a showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Luke Skywalker, I'll take that one. That's probably in the $4 range. Better than a rare base, I'll tell you that. And then flip, no showcase in this entire order of boxes. That's what that means. Commons, uncommon, uncommon, uncommon into our final rare of the box, which is a trench run, which I believe is worth nothing. So let me show you what we got. Starting with the legendaries, we have the Starhawk, which is worthless, Hondo, which is worthless, Darth Vader, which might be anywhere from 10 to 15, somewhere in that range right now. Nebula Ignition, I need to look up. I think it's worthless, but I'm holding out a little bit of hope that maybe it's not. Stolen AT Holler, probably a few bucks, somewhere in the 250 to 5 range. Profundity is worthless. Trench Run, I believe, is worthless. Luke Skywalker, I think, should be going for about 4. Nabat Village, nothing. Sabine's Masterpiece, hopefully about 8. No Glory Only Results, hopefully about 8. General Draven, Fett's Fire Spray Hyperspace, Boba Fett, IG-88, Ahsoka Tano, Colossus Base, Fett's Fire Spray Foil, It's a Trap, L337, 9 Numb, Tam Rivora, Seasoned Fleet Admiral Foil, Hotshot Maneuver, Black One, maybe $1.50, $2. Lightspeed Assault, I don't think anything. Corvus, $1 or $2. Cat and Mouse, nothing. That is where we are on box number 4. I'm now waiting to receive the order for the second and third shipments. So when those arrive, I will be back with box number 5 out of 12. Until then, I'm just a 90s Star Wars kid. See ya.